Have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace. Hey, what's up, y'all? Welcome back. I'm Van, and we are all the LFR family. Thank you so much for pulling up and clicking the like button. Clicking the play button. Hopefully you click that like button as well. That's the only price of admission for our live streams, is to simply hit the like button. We are on episode number 27 of The Morning Vantage. Yes, sir. And I'm so super excited because we're moving forward. Things are moving in an upward trajectory, and that's always a good look. Please let me know where you're watching or listening to the Morning Vantage this morning. If it's from your car, if it's at work, if you're at home, what state you're in, what country you're in, just let me know where you are so that I can show you some love. Shout out to Nanny's Take on the World. Shout out to Shane, Sugar Shane, and shout out to Katarina for being the first to pull up this morning. That's all my blues. And then we also want to point out Courtney, B, Lisa Marie, and who else is in the building this morning? I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, let's go ahead and get into it. Shout out to Gallup, New Mexico. We got New York up in here. Yeah, we got Indiana up in here. Yeah, Cleveland, Ohio. What's going on, everybody? It's always a pleasure to be in front of you guys because God is absolutely phenomenal. I know things might not be going your way. You might be suffering from some health issues, financial issues, or you're just you feel spiritually disconnected in some type of way. But I'm just here to let you know that God is absolutely phenomenal. His grace and his mercy is sufficient. And you simply waking up this morning is more than enough to give God praise for. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. There are people inside of hospital beds right now who will give anything to sit upright, to stand upright, to be able to go and do whatever they want to do without having to worry about their medical concerns. So I'm just saying, please, while you can, just be grateful of all the blessings that you have. I'm not saying ignore your hardships. I'm not saying ignore the things that are bogging your mind down and making you hyper-focused on problems and issues in your life. We all got to focus on our issues. I'm not saying forget those. We can't take care of them unless we focus on them, okay? I'm just saying don't hyper-focus on them. Don't become anxious or discouraged. Don't become depressed over your issues. And please don't look in somebody else's yard thinking that it's greener because they have their own sugar honey iced tea too. I promise you. Even if they are drop dead gorgeous, if their health is spot on, if their money is stacked to the roof, if they're driving their perfect vehicles, listen, and the houses they live in just are immaculate. Let me tell you something. They still have their sugar honey iced tea. I promise you. All right. Hit the like button, gang. Let's jump into it. All right. We got some good things to talk about today. There's, per usual, in the United States, a bunch of racial tension. A bunch. And we got the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark situation. Apparently, do you guys know who RG3 is? Robert Griffin III. Well, he used to be the quarterback for my favorite NFL team, which is the Washington Redskins. Well, the Washington Commanders now. And he made a statement about the Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark thing. And all he said was, based off of the information that I see, based off of my periphery, my scope, I think Angel Reese hate Caitlin Clark. That's what he said. He said, I think, and you know, he does sports commentating now. He's actually really good in being a sports commentator. He's really good on that. But the sports world jumped on him about that. The reason why they jumped on him about it is because he's a black man talking about a black woman who hate a white woman who plays the sport. So now black America are saying that he doesn't have any leg to stand on because he is married to a white woman and he practices self-hate on a daily basis. Please make that make sense. That's where we are today. People feel like if you are married to someone outside of your race, then you are practicing self-hate. Please, let me tell you, this is how foolish we are, man. We are absolutely insane. Insane. Also, what we want to talk about is the Ashli Babbitt case. Ashli Babbitt was one of the protesters on Jan 6 at the Capitol. At the Capitol. There was her. It was her, many other people, and a few armed. I don't know if they were military or if they were police outside of the door when they was trying to get in the Capitol, right? Well, apparently a gentleman by the name of, what's his daggone name? Let me get it for you guys. Let me get this for you. His name is Michael Byrd. Michael Byrd was a security officer inside of the Capitol at that time. I don't know if he was a security officer. He was just out an officer. He was an officer at the time. And he saw people trying to get through the glass of the Capitol, get through the door of the Capitol. And he just fired a shot. And he hit Ashli Babbitt and she died immediately. And now there's a $5 million settlement. People are going nuts over this settlement. Even Timu Obama. About to show y'all this right here. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, man. We're going to have a great conversation. And we already know, man, the racial tensions in this country are absolutely insane, bro. They're insane. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, and we are going to get to it. And if you need for me to turn up my microphone or audio or anything, let me know. All right, let's go.
If I could get your reaction to this reported $5 million settlement between the Trump administration and the family of Ashli Babbitt.
The chief of police of the United States Capitol Police Force clearly and plainly said, and I support the position, that the settlement was a slap in the face to the hardworking, courageous, and brave men and women of the United States Police Force. It was totally done without any communication to the chief of the Capitol Police or his lawyers, and appears solely the result of a political determination that Donald Trump and Republicans are going to try to whitewash what happened on January 6th. This settlement is just an extension of what they've previously done, which is to pardon violent felons who violently attacked the Capitol on January 6th, including police officers, and now have all been pardoned and sent back to communities across the country where in some cases they're re-engaging in criminal activity. Donald Trump and the extreme MAGA Republicans are not going to be able to erase what happened on January 6th, no matter how hard they try.
All right, so I'm just going to let y'all know this, man. I did not see that video. I did not see the real video of Ashli Babbitt being hit until 20 minutes ago. 20 minutes ago. And I'm going to let y'all know something. She shouldn't have been shot, bro. She shouldn't have been shot. All right, so I'm not going to show y'all the video, but based off of what I'm seeing, there was, okay, let me see. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There was like 6 armed police on the side of the door of Ashli Babbitt. They were already there. There was the security guard, Michael Byrd, inside of the Capitol. I don't know why he felt the need to fire that shot, because his help, actual police, was on the side of the door that Ashli Babbitt was on. I'm gonna be honest with you. When I very first saw it, because listen, sometimes I get into my Democrat ways. I'm be honest with you. And when I heard that she was getting awarded 30 million, 5 million, 1 million, I was like, man, please, for what? For what? She got shot by one of the officers who was just trying to protect the Capitol. I thought that I was going to see people trying to come through the door with guns and knives and pose a threat on the security officer that fired the shot, right? That's what I thought. Because here I am, I'm like, it was a protest. Like, it was a whole bunch of people. I seen some other video footage, but I did not see the footage of him actually unaliving her, him actually shooting her, until today. Bro, sorry, man, but you're negligent. Michael Bird, bro. Yeah, you're negligent. Of That's murder, bro. It is. There was no need to fire that shot. There was absolutely no need to fire that shot. The only people that had weapons behind that door was police officers. And they looked like police officers. They were fully garbed in all their gear. They had on helmets, they had on vests, they had on all their gear. They had on high-powered rifles. They were ready to protect the Capitol. They were there. The help was already on that side of the door. So what did he think was happening exactly? Did he think that those people who were behind the door were not police? He couldn't have, because they all had on gear that says police. They all had on gear. They ducked down and they started getting into points where they was about to start firing back too. I'm looking at the footage right now, man. It's literally like 5 or 6 people, 5 or 6 police officers with their guns out on the same side of the door as Ashli Babbitt. There should not have been no gunshot. You understand? And plus, on top of that, I believe they actually received an order to put the guns away, like to not fire any shots. They were ordered to not fire any shots. So if they were ordered to not fire any shots, and then you have an officer actually fire a shot, and it ends up killing a young lady, yo, you are held culpable. You're culpable of that. It's crazy. So let me just go and tell y'all exactly what's going on with this case right here. All right, so where is it? All right, so the Trump administration agreed to pay nearly $5 million to the estate of Ashli Babbitt to settle a $30 million wrongful death lawsuit filed by her family, alleging negligence by Capitol Police officer Michael Bird, who actually shot her. Babbitt was 35 years old. She was in the Air Force. She was an Air Force veteran. And she was fatally shot by Bird on January 6, 2021, as she attempted to climb through a broken window into the House Speaker's lobby while Congress was certifying Joe Biden's 2020 election victory. The settlement follows Trump's clemency grants to approximately 1,500 defendants charged in the Capitol attack, reflecting his administration's support for Babbitt and other rioters. Trump has portrayed Babbitt as a martyr. All right. Capitol Police Chief Tom Manger expressed strong disappointment with the settlement, as investigations by the Justice Department and Capitol Police in 2021 cleared Michael Bird, all right, finding he acted in self-defense or to protect lawmakers. Babbitt's mother, Mickey Withoff, has become a prominent advocate for January 6 rioters, and Babbitt herself has been elevated as a martyr among Trump supporters, amplifying the political significance of the settlement. This is absolutely insane, bro. I don't know how many of you have seen that video. Please let me know in the comments, just with a thumbs up, if you've seen that comment. I mean, have you seen that video already of the actual shooting? There was no need for him to fire that shot. No need. None. If you are pointing at that, if you're standing in position, right, and you're Michael Byrd, and you got your gun ready, right, and you're looking like it's a glass window, you can see everybody on the other side of that door, right, and you see Ashli Babbitt, 5 rioters. It was as many police on the other side of that door as it was rioters that you can see. You can clearly see them. And they were standing right there. Standing right there. Also, guys, riddle me this. If it was an alleged angry mob trying to break into the Capitol, why is it the police was standing right there next to the angry mob and was not arresting any of them? If they were such an angry mob, I'm just saying. And if the police was already out there with their guns drawn in order to help the officers who were inside of the Capitol and to prevent rioters from going inside of the Capitol, why did Michael Byrd, the cop on the inside, feel necessary to fire shots? It was irresponsible. It was just crazy. It was a crazy act on his part. Go and see the video. If you don't have the video, let me go ahead and give y'all the link right here so you can see it for yourself. I ain't playing around with y'all, man. I'm gonna give y'all the link right here. You feel free to see it for yourself. All right. And don't tell nobody I shared it with you. Don't tell nobody I shared it with you. All right. All right. Mama Joe said that his life was threatened. Okay. How was his life threatened? By the police on the other side with guns out, or by the rioters on the other side that didn't have any guns or anything? How was his life threatened? Please tell me how his life was threatened. Did he think that he was in the apocalypse? Did he think that the people on the other side of the door was the return of the living dead, that they were going to break in and try to bite his brains? Y'all remember back in the day, those used to be some of my favorite movies, man. Like when people return from the dead and they like brains, and they walking like zombies. They can barely walk. But then when they ready to chase somebody, they was running hell. They was running fast as hell, man. I used to love those movies. Man. That's my favorite movies was when zombies came back from the dead and they chased people and tried to bite them and turn them into zombies too. And the only way you can get rid of them is by shooting them in the head. Unfortunately, this is not a zombie movie. Unfortunately, this is not Night of the Living Dead. This was simply a Jan 6 protest where Trump actually asked for extra security days in advance. He asked for the National Guard to be there. He asked for them to provide some extra security there. He wanted the whole Capitol to have people like military standing out there protecting the Capitol before any of this happened. So none of this would have happened had they listened to Trump. None of it. Also, none of this wouldn't have happened if they didn't give President Biden 81 million votes. I'm just saying. The video is right there. It's inside the link. Feel free to check it out. You know what I mean? And everybody's, please don't attack anybody inside of the chat. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But I want y'all to look at that video that I just now sent to y'all. All right? Go ahead and look at it. And tell me what you think. Give me your 2 pennies of that video right there. And tell me if you really feel like Michael Byrd was fearful of his life at that moment. And do you think that if you are an armed security guard or police officer and you're told, you're actually given orders to stand down, to put your gun down, do not fire your weapon? You're actually given orders to not fire your weapon, but then you go and do so, and someone dies because of it. Who should be held accountable? There's a question for you to answer. I'm just saying, if we're talking about fair being fair, I want y'all to answer that. So here's the gentleman right here that they're talking about. Hold on one second. Let me close this bad boy up. Close this bad boy up, man. This is nuts. This is absolutely insane right here. I think this is absolutely insane. All right, so here's the guy right here. His name is Michael Bird. Hold on one second. Change this up. Yeah, I'm definitely not showing that video on here because, oh man, this is my first time seeing that video I just now shared with you guys. This is my first time seeing it, and I would never look at it again. I'm done looking at it. I'm not watching it again. Like, I know where I'm from. I know the type of things that I've seen, and seeing this type of stuff is not fun. It's not fun at all. All right. So this is not overreach. Hakeem Jeffries, aka Timu Obama, discount Obama. Let me tell you something, man. Nobody's trying to whitewash the situation. If you all saw the same video that I just now saw, I don't know how in the world you can say that this cop, this officer, was in the right for firing his weapon at that time. The one thing that people are trying to express is that they don't care that that someone was shot because they was violating, like they was trying to get inside of the Capitol. And the person that was trying to get inside the Capitol was representing Donald Trump, President Trump. They was violating and they deserve what they got. It's pretty much what they're saying. But they don't, because they were ordered to stand down. Literally ordered to stand down. So at the end of the day, man, that's where we are. This is the guy right here. His name is Michael Bird. And yeah, I don't think that people are wrong for wanting to see some justice. But y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments, man. I am looking at the comments right now. I'm trying to see what stands out. What about Roseanne Boyland? I don't know who that is, Ralph. John Sullivan was part of that. You guys are naming a lot of people. Let me see. Let me see. You guys are naming a lot of people that I do not know. But look at that video that I just now shared. That's all I say. And if anybody have any questions about it, send them that video that I just now posted. All right. Also, I want to let you guys know that I'm going to hang out after this live stream for 10 to 15 minutes to answer any questions about YouTube content creation, the coaching that I do, growing your YouTube channel, my VIP, my group coaching, all that type of stuff. And even other opportunities that could help you put some money in your pockets. So if you want to hear anything about that, hang out with me for like 10, 15 minutes after this live stream, and we can definitely do it. All right. All right. Let's move on. I have another story that I want to share before we get to the specifics. All right. So yesterday I was talking about the Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark situation, right? That's when the Angel Reese was filed by she was filed real hard. Not real hard. She was just grabbed and held, and you know what I mean, by Caitlin Clark. The ball went up on Caitlin Clark's side. I mean, one of her teammates shot the ball. The ball went up, shot from 3. Angel Reese looked at the center, their center, pushed her in the back so that she could position herself. So she pushed her. She positioned herself to get the rebound. She got the rebound. Caitlin Clark was pointing at the ref like, ref, you didn't see that? She just now pushed my, and the ref didn't see it. So Angel Reese was about to go up and shoot a layup, and Caitlin Clark went and grabbed her, and Angel Reese flopped, fell down, and act like Caitlin Clark was the strongest person in the world. Caitlin Clark walked away. Angel Reese got pissed off, faking like she wanted to fight. You know how the NBA players do. They never want to fight. They just got this whole, let me at him. Let me at him. No, move out the way. No, I'm about to fight. I'm about to ruin my NBA career. They really don't want to fight. They really, it's all dramatics, right? So she approached her. She wanted to fight her. And RG3, he went online as a sports commentator, and he said that from what I know so far, Angel Reese seems like she hates Caitlin Clark for some strange reason. Don't know what it is. It could be their college rivalry. It could be anything. It could be this whole racial tension thing that is being fueled by the nation. It could be anything. So RG3 actually said that. I want y'all to see this right here. This guy goes on to give, his name is, what's his name? Ryan. His name is Ryan. What is his name? Ryan Clark. Ryan Clark puts out this statement. I want y'all to see it, and then we're going to play what RG3 said after the fact, because this is weird. He pretty much said that RG3 is not in a position to say that a black woman hates a white woman, because RG3, who is black, is married to a white woman. So he is practicing self-hatred. This is weird, man. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to know about this in the comments. Let's get to it. Morning Vantage, episode number 27.
We moved in to being able to read the expressions of a person and know their intent, know their character, know their perspective. But he does understand hate, because I think he also understands the hate of self. When you look at the play, which is all we can speak to as professionals, all we can speak to as analysts, Angel Reese pushed one of her teammates. Caitlin Clark had a hard foul, which is part of basketball. I feel like it was assessed correctly. And Angel Reese's reaction is the sort of reaction you get in a situation when you feel like you took an intentionally hard foul. That's competitiveness. That's rivalry. That's not hate. And so now, though, when RG3 jumps on to the hate train or to the angry train, and now follows along with what we saw from Keith Olbermann, what we saw from Dave Portnoy, as they poured on to Angel Reese to make her the villain in Caitlin Clark's heroic or hero story. Right. The one thing we know about RG3 is he's not having conversations at his home about what Black women have to endure in this country, about what young Black women and athletes like Angel Reese have had to deal with being on the opposite side of Caitlin Clark's rise and ascension into stardom. Now, when you look at it, I think A'ja Wilson is the face of the league. A'ja Wilson is the best player in the league. Caitlin Clark is the most important player in the WNBA. And a ton of her fandom has come along with some racial bias or some racial pieces to why people love her so much. And so now, if you're RG3, when is the last time within your household you've had a conversation about what she's dealing with? You haven't been able to do that because in both of your marriages, you've been married to white women. You haven't had opportunities to have those conversations to educate you on what they're feeling, what Black women deal with, what they're seeing when they think of a young Angel Reese. And the whole time that he's mimicking Angel Reese and bobbing his head and moving his neck while he's doing this whole piece, his wife is in the back amening and clapping. And so to me, it's just another situation that now this young lady has to deal with. When I worked with RG3, he would make all of these sort of corny jokes about milk and how much he loved it and how important it was. And he always points out on social media the color of his wife's skin, as if the color of her skin is what makes her special, as if the color of her skin is what makes her a good wife. I've met the lady, I've had a conversation with her. Right. I think she's more than that. But it also leads to what Black women deal with a lot from Black men who have chose to date or marry outside of their race.
Thank you, Debbie.
They always feel like they have to go the extra mile to prop up the woman that they're married or the woman that they're with over Black women by denigrating Black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable.
Hold on, before we continue, was there footage out there of RG3? I don't know. And I'm asking anybody who may see this video at some point. Is there footage out there of RG3 saying that white women are better than Black women? Is there footage of him saying that that his preference for white women is because they are just overall better to date? And why is he saying that? I would love to know that, because this is what he's propping up. He's trying to act like RG3 is not in a position to speak on Black women because he has no interest in Black women. Okay, let's continue.
Over Black women by denigrating Black women. I feel like we should have an opportunity to move past that and understand that Angel Reese can be great in her own right, as Caitlin Clark is as well. Caitlin Clark is a likable and lovable superstar. She pays homage to the stars of the past. She pays homage to the Black women that have come before her. And now she is carrying the mantle forward. So there's no need to pin those two against each other and paint them based on stereotypical tropes. And I think this is what I like RG3 to know, that no matter how much he continues to echo the microaggressions of racists, he'll be no less Black than me.
Hold up. So that was Ryan. Ryan Clark. That was Ryan Clark. All right. So here's RG3 speaking to this man. This video went super viral, got 18 million views in less than 24 hours, with RG3 addressing him for going after his wife. Y'all let me know what y'all want me to know in the comments.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy RG3, and I just wanted to get on here and talk to you guys because there's been a lot of buzz, a lot of conversations about my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, which was purely based in basketball. But I think all of you know there's a line in life that you just simply don't cross. Wives and children are always off limits, and Ryan Clark has sprinted past that line. Ryan Clark didn't like my sports take that Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, and that's fine. It's okay. It's part of the game. Sports media, I'm going to have an opinion. This person might not agree with it. That person might not agree with it. But what you don't do is turn around and personally attack me and my family just because you don't agree with a sports opinion that is purely based off the sport. I didn't make it personal. But what that really shows is just how low of a person Ryan Clark is. But Ryan, you crossed the line, man. You made it personal and some. I really believe there should be no space in sports media for personal attacks. I've said it before. But certainly personal attacks against wife and children have always been off limits. Ryan, you attacked me and my family in a public forum on a level that shows just how low of a human being you are. You can disagree with me all you want. Challenge my takes, but keep my family and my wife out of it. That's a boundary that should always be respected, man. Always. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family because he disagreed with my sports opinion is a bad look for ESPN. It's cowardly, it's spineless, and it's weak. Ryan Clark personally attacking me and my family, personally because he disagreed with my sports opinion, is a bad look for him as a man. I hope you get the help you need, brother.
All right, so this is what he actually said that got him catching flack right now. All right. He says, this is what he posted about the foul. He said, after watching Caitlin Clark's flagrant foul on Angel Reese and the aftermath, you know, the fight, the let me at him type of thing, that type of energy, he said, there's no way Angel Reese can continue the lie that she doesn't dislike Caitlin Clark. I know what hatred looks like. Angel Reese hates Caitlin Clark, not some basketball rivalry hate either. Hate. Real hate. So the reason why I covered that is because this is the BS that we deal with when everything is about black versus white, white versus black versus white. We play into this mess, man, and it becomes BS. It becomes BS. His sports take, did he go too far? Possibly. He probably went too far. But guess what? Everybody deserves to have an opinion, especially if that's your job. And as long as you don't bring race and all this other stuff into it, then you good. He didn't bring race into it. He was looking at her anger for Caitlin Clark. He was looking at her disdain throughout the course of her career so far. And he was trying to see, is this like a basketball rivalry type of thing? Or do she just like really despise this little girl? And apparently he came up with, nah, she just hate her. Ain't got nothing to do with basketball. She actually want to fight her. She want to put hands on her. She want to catch her in the back of the daggone locker room and choke the hell out of her if she could. That's the type of energy that he gets when he see Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. But Ryan Clark made it all about race, because that's what we do nowadays, man. We like, yo, who was the victim? Who started it? What side am I on? Let's get out there and speak for our people when you don't have to, man. My question, what do y'all think about this? What do y'all think? Do you think RG3 was wrong? Do you think Ryan Clark was wrong in his assessment on RG3? Do you think they just need to leave them alone and let them play basketball? I fall in that category. These are athletes. They're athletes. Getting rough comes with the territory. I don't mind them fouling each other, knocking the hell out of each other, elbow each other, kick each other, like swing on each other, hit each other. I don't care. It's a sport. It's a contact sport. This is the WNBA. In the NBA, back in the good old days of basketball, these men used to wreck. They used to hurt each other for fun. Y'all remember back in the day with Detroit Pistons, the New York Knicks, the Boston Celtics, Charles Barkley and the Phoenix Suns, how they used to get down? Come on, man. Come on, bro. The Bulls, they used to get nasty. So a little ass foul, if it piss you off and throw you all over the, come on. Y'all shouldn't even be playing if it's like that. Caitlin Clark fouled her and walked away. Like this is a part of the game. And it is a part of the game. They supposed to foul each other. But yet, people are making too much of it. So RG3, he could have processed. I think he potentially, he said too much. I think he said too much. Hate. She probably hate her, but she probably hate all white people. In my opinion, I believe that Angel Reese more than likely hate all white people. Yeah, that she don't like, that don't do anything, that don't serve her purposes, because that's the world she's in. All right. And this, I think it's the truth. Does RG3 hate black people because he's married to a white woman? Hell if I know. I don't care about that man being married to no white woman, black woman, Asian woman. I don't care who he's sticking his dangling in. I don't care about that at all. Nor do I believe that if you're married to the opposite race or something like that, it means that you hate the one that you're Come on, that's stupid. It's dumb as hell. All of us are the absolutely same. We just come in assorted flavors. Understand that we are the same. We just come in different flavors, man. And as soon as we start putting the flavor over the actual substance, that's when we are stupid. We are just out of the conversation. We should no longer even be in the conversation at that point. If we're holding out flavor over the, like, come on, it's dumb. My color is this. I stand with other people whose color is this. I want y'all to ask me last time I was accosted by a person who looked opposite of me. Just saying. Just saying. So that's where we are nowadays, man. In other news, all right, so we got Representative McIver, is that his name? Charged with assault after skirmish at New Jersey ICE Center. Yeah. So apparently this happened here recently. There was a little bit of a back and forth. Democratic Representative LaMonica McIver will be charged for assaulting an officer. Here's the what on camera. Y'all make sure y'all check this out. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. And I know y'all are going back and forth about this race issue. Calm down. It's not that serious. Relax. Relax. All right. Before I even look inside the chat, I already know that y'all are getting busy with that. Relax. All right. So apparently this is what happened, right? So New Jersey's interim U.S. Attorney Alina Habba announced that Representative LaMonica McIver, I think that's how's McIver. I don't know how you pronounce it. Faces federal charges for allegedly assaulting, impeding, or interfering with law enforcement during a confrontation at Delaney Hall, an ICE detention center in Newark, on May 9th, 2025. The charges stem from a chaotic incident involving federal officers and protesters, like you just now seen. Let me see here. Habba dismissed a misdemeanor trespassing charge against Newark Mayor Ras Baraka, who was arrested during the same incident at Delaney Hall. The decision was made for the sake of moving forward, and Habba invited Baraka to tour the facility with her. McIver, I think that's how you say it, along with the reps Bonnie Watson Coleman and Rob Menendez, was at Delaney Hall to conduct a congressional oversight visit to inspect the treatment of ICE detainees. The visit escalated when Baraka attempted to join them, leading to his arrest and skirmish involving McIver and federal agents. So that's what happened there. Let me see here. We have this document that was pulled up from the United States District of United States Attorney, District of New Jersey. And it's an official statement from the U.S. Attorney Alina Habba. It says, I take my obligations as U.S. Attorney seriously. I understand the responsibility that comes with my position, and I will work diligently to uphold the law and deliver justice to the people of New Jersey. After extensive consideration, we have agreed to dismiss Mayor Baraka's misdemeanor charge of trespass for the sake of moving forward. They just want to move forward. We're done. Can we move forward? In the spirit of public interest, I have invited the mayor to tour Delaney Hall. The government has nothing to hide at this facility, and I will personally accompany the mayor so he can see that firsthand. The citizens of New Jersey deserve unified leadership so we can get to work to keep our state safe. The dismissal against the mayor is not the end of this matter. Congressional oversight is an important constitutional function and one that I fully support. However, that is not at issue in an issue in this case. Representative LaMonica McIver, is that an L or I? McIver assaulted, impeded, and interfered with the law enforcement in violation of Title 18, United States Code, Section 111 AI. The conduct cannot be overlooked by the chief federal law enforcement official in the state of New Jersey. And it is my constitutional obligation to ensure that our federal law enforcement is protected when executing their duties. I have persistently made efforts to address these issues without bringing criminal charges and have given Representative McIver every opportunity to come to a resolution, but she has unfortunately declined. No one is above the law, politicians or otherwise. It is the job of this office to uphold justice impartially, regardless of who you are. Now, we will let the justice system work. So that was a statement from, let me see, the U.S. Attorney Alina Habba, just letting people know that LaMonica need to be charged. She need to be charged, man. We need not let this slide. All right? We need not let this slide. So that's where they are right now. Make sure y'all hit the like button, gang. Let me see what's going on inside the chat because y'all are going off. Y'all are going off inside of the chat. Also, let me see. Now I ain't gonna open up the floor for no back and forth today because I don't feel like it, man. Let me see what y'all talking about. Let me see here. Will Crazy said, "Are you gonna read the whole thing?" Was I not supposed to? Was I not supposed to read the whole thing? All right, guys, let's get into it. Melania Trump says new take it down law will protect children online. All right, new take it down law will protect our children online. This is something I came across just now. Shout out to Treebeard for pulling up all this new information. The dude is awesome. So First Lady said, she posted this online. She said, today, through the Take It Down Act, and let me open this up for you guys so you can see it. All right. Today, and this is her right here signing. Shout out to Melania getting involved, doing her thing, doing her thug dizzle for shizzle. Yeah. Doing her thug dizzle. All right, here we go. Melania says, today, through the Take It Down Act, we affirm that the well-being of our children is central to the future of our families and America. I am proud to say that the values of be best will be reflected in the law of the land. All right. The Take It Down Act criminalizes the posting of non-consensual intimate images, including real or AI-generated deep fakes, without the individual's consent. It aims to combat online exploitation, particularly targeting revenge porn and fake explicit content. The law requires technology companies and online platforms to remove such content within 48 hours of a victim's notification, with enforcement by the Federal Trade Commission, the FTC. Sharing such content can result in up to 3 years imprisonment, especially in cases involving minors or severe harm. Melania Trump actively lobbied for the bill, making a rare public appearance in March 2025 to urge Congress to pass it. She described the law as a national victory for protecting children and families from online exploitation emphasizing the harm caused by malicious content like deep fakes. The bill, sponsored by Senator Ted Cruz and Congresswoman Maria Elvira Salazar, received overwhelming bipartisan backing, passing the House with a 409 to 2 vote in April 2025, and the Senate by unanimous consent in February 2025. Celebrities like Paris Hilton also supported the legislation. Advocates for digital rights, such as the Electronic Frontier Foundation, raised concerns that the law's notice and takedown system could lead to censorship of legitimate content, including legal pornography, LGBT content, or government criticism, potentially threatening free expression and user privacy. Now, here's my thing with this. It sounds like they trying to protect the people that we're trying to protect our babies from. I'm trying to be careful in how I say that, but this is what I'm getting from this. It seems like they are trying to protect the people that we're trying to protect our babies from. They said this raises concerns that the law's notice and takedown system could lead to censorship of legitimate content, including legal pornography and LGBT content, or government criticism, potentially threat. Now, this right here is the scary stuff that I'm talking about. This is the reason why I picked the side that I'm on, because they always try to take up for the oppressor. They always try to take up for the aggressor. They always look at, whenever we're trying to protect our children, they're like, no, let them do what they want to do. Let the people in the porn world put out whatever images that they want. And if it falls in front of your children, it just falls in front of your children. And how is this bill going against the LGBT? Are you saying that all you do is put out images and videos that could potentially harm our children? Because right now, we're just trying to protect our children. And this is unfortunate that they say this, man. They're saying that, no. This is a violation of our rights. You're trying to censor people who just want to show their parts online. No, do that in private somewhere. You can do that in private, man. Make it I don't know, do it in your OnlyFans. See if Patreon will allow you to do it there, or locals. You know what I mean? Get you a nasty buy me a coffee. Who knows? I mean, we just spitballing here. I'm trying to give you some ideas so that you can still get your prono out there to people who would appreciate it and not be in the face of our children at the same time. So obviously they're going to be fighting this. They're going to fight this, man. And they're only going to fight it because they can't do what they want to do. That's all they're going to do. They're going to fight it because they can't do what they want to do. Slim is fly. Slim is fly, man. Slim is fly. Check out these garbs she got on, man. I don't know who make her stuff, but shorty can dress. Yeah. I see you. I see you, First Lady. I see you, girl. First Lady flied in the mug. She flied in the mug. Let me see what my people saying down here in the comment section. Protect our children 1000%. Thank you, Family PS Gameplay. That's exactly where I stand. Protect our children 1000%. You know what I mean? Protect our children. They hate the fact that we are protecting our children. Yep. Such weirdos in this world nowadays who would disagree with this bill. Oh, yeah. 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 They're going to fight it because Trump signed it. Yeah, anything Trump signs, no matter how much it helps our children, they're definitely going to go against it. And that's unfortunate. That's highly unfortunate, man. Yeah. All right. So we got some other things to talk about. And guys, thank you so much for pulling up. I appreciate it. I am Van, and this is the Morning Vantage. This is episode number 27. Make sure y'all hit that like button, man. Make sure y'all share this bad boy if you can. And thank you so much for participating inside the chat. I can see right now that some of y'all done had some heated conversations already this morning. If you are one of the people inside the chat and you saying, damn that, Van, send me the link, bro. I need to pop up on the screen and say something to you and your audience. If you are feeling, like that, if you feel like you need to do that this morning, let me know and I can oblige. I will give you the link and I will give you the platform so you can say whatever you want to say and we can rap. Okay. All right. Just letting you know, man, I'm an equal opportunist. Y'all already know that, man. I'm an equal opportunist. So let me know if you want to pull up and talk your sugar honey iced tea. Just make sure you're respectful to the hosts. Make sure you're respectful. Let me know if y'all want to pull up, man. I definitely put that out there. Also, again, anybody that want to know about this YouTube content creation, you have any questions or anything like that, hang out with me for the last 10. After I'm done with this live stream, you can come backstage and hang out with me, ask me any questions that you have, and we can go from there. All right. So I just now came across this one joint that I want to play for you guys. It has to do with the Biden cover-up. This joint was posted by Scott Jennings. Shout out to Scott Jennings, man. A lot of people are talking about the cover-up because it's definitely it's blatant at this point. Like once you put the information out there, it's blatant. And they're talking about also subpoenaing, is it subpoenaing? They're trying to subpoena former President Biden's doctor, the one that makes the calls. He come to his house and check him out, and he's the one that did the cancer screening and all those things. They want to ask him some questions just to see how long has this been going on? How long has it been this bad? How long have we been hiding this from the American people? And I think that's important. I think we should have that happen. This is my man, Scott Jennings, who always do what he do. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. I'm Van, and this is the Morning Vantage, episode number 27.
Were you arguing that Joe Biden was fine during his
I'm not arguing that he was fine. I'm arguing that
you keep pivoting back to Trump, who's
I'm sorry.
clearly fine. I'm just asking you if you're arguing that something was not wrong
I'm
with
so
Joe
glad
Biden.
you asked that question because Joe Biden is no longer the president.
But he was, and that's the story tonight.
Donald, stop. Let me finish what I'm saying.
Hold on, guys.
Let me finish something. Donald Trump is the president of the United States. I would dearly love to see a cognitive test from him because as somebody who's lived in the New York media market for the last 40 years, I can tell you that the Donald Trump that I knew in the 80s is not the Donald Trump that I hear today.
So your answer to the cover-up is Trump.
My answer is
your answer to every question is Trump.
My answer is
the cover-up is the story tonight.
The president of the yes, the cover-up is also the president of the United States, who happens to be Donald J. Trump today, is not. Yeah, you could laugh all you want.
I am definitely laughing.
You know why you're laughing?
We are laughing.
We're gonna.
We are laughing.
No, we're not laughing. You don't want to
there.
answer the question, Scott.
Yeah.
You're president.
What question?
Julie, we're going to leave it there.
I'd love to see his cognitive test. I'd love to see
I'm
his
sure he'd
physical
be
test.
Dr.
I'm sure he
Grasso.
would, right.
Hold up. So that's kind of weird because do y'all know how long Donald Trump, President Trump himself, has been asking that they both receive a cognitive test? He's been asking about this for years, for a long time now. He was like, he should get one. I already got one. I would get another one, but we can compare them. Let's see. Let's get it done. Let's do it. And every time he brought it up, the Democrats was like, why do you need all that? We already know that you're a liar. We already know that you're crazy. We already know. What's the cognitive test going to do? It's not going to do anything. Like they was trying to defend Biden at every turn. At every turn. And even today, Hakeem Jeffries, Timu Obama, he don't want to talk about it. He think it's a disgrace, the fact that people are bringing up the facts that they've been hiding this from our country for a long time. I think that's something that we should talk about. How long have y'all been hiding this? We need to talk about this. But as soon as I'm on a panel on CNN And I introduced this to other Democrats. Now you don't even want to talk about it. You want to say, oh, but what about Trump? We want to talk about his cognitive test. I would love to see him have a cognitive test. What happened to you loving them getting a cognitive test 2 years ago, 1 year ago, 4 years ago, 8 years ago? What happened to that? Trump has been offering this for a long time. He's been almost demanding it. Conservatives have been demanding it. MAGA has been demanding it. And he still wouldn't receive one. Biden stayed away from them bad boys for a long time. Karine Jean-Pierre, she was asked by, what's the brother name? Peter Doocy. Peter Doocy used to ask about a cognitive test all the time. And Karine Jean-Pierre would laugh it off, act like it was nonsensical. Like, what's the point of all of that? President Biden is fine. You all are sharing misinformation and lies, and that's what you guys do, and blah 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 blah. It's called being dismissive, trying to dodge the question so that you're not held accountable. And that's exactly what they've been doing for a long time, and they're still skating away from it. They're skating from it. And now they're talking about, no, Donald Trump should do it. Scott, like, yo, we're not talking about Trump. Is there a possibility we can talk about Biden without bringing up Trump at all? At all. Let's talk about Biden. No? Okay. I don't think it hurts us to, like, if we're wrong, we're wrong. If we're wrong, we're wrong, man. It's okay with being wrong sometime, guys. It really is. You don't have to win every argument. The brother has been, they knew about his mental state for a long time and his physical state for a long time. And they've been lying. The dude has been walking slower and slower and slower and slower. And we've been able to see it. Like, they haven't been able to hide it at all. He tried to, remember the one stunt where he had the reporters set up at the bottom of the hill while him and his crew rode bikes? They rode bikes so that they can ride up to the reporters and then give an interview. He couldn't even do that right. They said, bro, we're just going to start up the hill. We don't usually ride bikes together. I know. We're going to practice a couple of times so that we can do this smoothly. But what's going to happen is we're going to start up the hill from behind the bushes. All right. We're going to ride from behind the bushes down the hill to where the reporters are. And it's going to look smooth. You're going to get off the bike and then you're going to give an interview. This dude, man. Hold on, let me see if I can find it, man. Because I got to show y'all this. This right here. It was hilarious, man. Okay. Hold on. The internet is so dope. The internet is so dope, man, because everything is on this bad boy. So y'all remember this?
Dr. Pottain, how was your anniversary? Dr. Pottain, how was your anniversary?
All you had to do was get off the bike. You can't put the kickstand down on the bike if both of your feet are still on the pedals. You can't do that. You got to put one of your feet on the ground so the bike won't fall off, so we won't fall down. All right? And then you put the kickstand on. Or you can just get off the bike and kick the kickstand on. Like, but nobody taught him how to stop. But I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, man. This type of stuff it's been happening for a while, man. It's just wild stuff. It's just wild, man. It's just wild. It's just wild. Hold on, here's another angle that's just hilarious. Because then he popped back up like Jim Curry. Like, let me tell you something. He popped right up and like, oh, I'm Joe. Like when he popped up, that was hilarious too, man. Like, and the fact that they started him up the hill and then tried to ride him down the street, that was hilarious. That was absolutely hilarious. Oh, here's another angle. Yeah, where he actually gets up and looks like a hero.
Mr. President, may Dr. Pottain, how was your anniversary?
Yep, there's that guy, 79 years old. And then he got like that.
All right, guys. See you.
Thank you, President Biden. Thank you. Good job, President.
And then they done let him back on the bike, man. They done let him back on the daggone bike so he can go hurt himself. Dang it, man. Dang it, brother. Yeah. So this is our president. At some point, man, we want to know how long y'all been lying to us. I don't think that that's a bad question to ask. That's just me, though. I don't think that's a bad question to ask. How long have you guys been lying to us? Is that bad to ask? Just now came across this video right here. I want y'all to see this. Y'all let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. And again, guys, thank y'all so much for pulling up to the Morning Vantage.
This election has proven, that this administration has proven painfully in some ways, is that Black people cannot save this country from white folks. We can't do it alone, right? If white folks aren't going to join in, if white women aren't going to join in, if Latinos aren't going to join in, we can't do it alone. That this election has proven, that this administration has proven painfully in some ways, is that Black people cannot save this country from white folks. We can't do it alone, right? If white folks are...
Why do we need to save this country from white folk? Why do we need to save this country from white people? White people, what are y'all doing, man? What's happening in y'all meetings? Y'all need to tell me right now. Tell me right daggone now. I demand answers. What's happening in y'all meetings that I need to know about? Huh? Are y'all plotting and scheming on me because I'm Black? Huh? Let me know, god dang it. Oh, you're not plotting against me? Okay, never mind. My bad. My bad. There's some people out there who probably look at me like I'm the wildest person in the world for even considering being objective toward the whites. But at the end of the day, man, I think it's absolutely irresponsible to just point everything to race. It's also irresponsible to not consider it from time to time, because race is a factor sometimes. It most certainly is. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm not concerned about race. I'm just not. Maybe I'm one of them people who's naive, wet behind the ears, just ignorant, whatever the case may be. But yeah, this is how I feel about it. And Bernie Sanders was sitting down on the couch with a couple of comedians, and they pointed him out for his hypocrisies as a Democrat. I want y'all to see this right here. All right. These are things that are I'm just sharing with you guys some things that are in my algorithm. This is what the Morning Vantage is about. I share some things. I give y'all my opinion, my vantage point, my periphery, my scope. You know what I mean? My thoughts on it based off my own life experiences, my own perspective, and we go from there. Check this out. This is your guy, Bernie, on the couch with Andrew Schultz.
The problem I think a lot of voters had is like, they didn't even know if it was her. We didn't even know if Biden was president. We didn't even know if these were her talking points. And we felt that over the last 4 elections, Democrats, we felt, that we didn't have a say on who could be president. We talk a lot about the Republicans being autocrats and oligarchs and taking over democracy, but from the Democrat perspective, and I'm a lifelong Democrat, I felt like the Democratic Party completely removed the democratic process from its constituents. And I think they need to have some accountability of that.
No argument here.
I donated for you. I mean, I wanted you to, like, 2016, I was like, this is going to happen. This guy's going to do it. And it felt like they stole it from me. And I'll be honest, it broke my heart when you supported him.
Look, but you have, in the world that I live in, you got a choice. And I mean, a lot of people, including my wife, agree with you. But, you know, you're down to a choice. Is it going to be Hillary Clinton or is it going to be Donald Trump? Not a great choice.
But it ended up being him anyway, so why don't we burn it down?
Well, because it's easy to say burning it down means that children are not going to have, you know, food to eat, that the schools will deteriorate, people will not have health care.
I got it.
And I'm an elected official. I got to represent the people.
That's fair.
And I can't turn my back on.
But then could we not also say, if ostensibly there hasn't been a fair primary for the Democrats since 2008, are they not also a threat to democracy? Yes. We often hear.
Fair enough. That is, yeah, I'm not going to argue with that point.
He said, fair enough. I can't argue with that point. Fair enough. Not for nothing. Hey, King Mike, I see some of your comments, bro. I'm gonna let you know, man. You sound like a pure hater, man. You sound like a hater. You sound like a hater, bro. And I would love for you to pull up and get on the screen with me and just say what you got to say. I would love for it. I'm not trying to debate you or make you think anything otherwise. Yeah, he said I'm successful and I sound uppity. I might. Shit, I drink with my pinky up now. I eat steaks and lobsters and all that stuff. Crab cakes, you name it. I sleep in the finest of silks. No, I do not. But I would love to have a conversation with you about, see, I think we can communicate with one another and not have these subpar attacks. I think it's stupid. I think it's low frequency. You know what I mean? But pull up. If that's what you want, I can put the link inside of the chat and you can say whatever you want to say. All right? I don't expect for you to respect me as a man. Why? Because I probably didn't deserve that. But I would love to hear you communicate it, you know, with your chest. I'm talking about talk. Let me know how you feel, bro. But you sound like a hater. You do. You sound like a straight up hater. For real, you do. If you go back and look at the type of stuff that you're writing, you sound like a straight up hater, man. And it's nothing to hate on because, bro, there's nothing over on this side that's better than anything that's on your side. I never said that I'm better than anybody. I never even acted like I'm better than anybody. You know what I mean? But the fact that you keep on saying little slick stuff like that, I want to hear you. I want to hear you out. I want to hear where this comes from. Give me a little bit of context, bro. All right. As y'all just seen, Bernie Sanders just now admitted to the fact that there's no real democratic way of doing things on the Democrat side. They never give their people a choice. They force feed them. They give them, they give us, because I got to talk as a Democrat too, since I voted Democrat my entire life, except for in 2024 when I voted for Trump. All right. But they give us a candidate and then bully us to vote for this person, or else we don't love Black people. That's what they say. Not that we don't love the country. They say if you don't vote for the person we put in front of you, then you don't love Black people. Michelle Obama literally told a bunch of Black women that if your husbands, your boyfriends, your brothers, your uncles do not vote for your interests, then they do not love Black women. If they don't vote for Kamala, they don't love Black women. And as you can clearly see, Andrew Schultz said, why did you not primary anybody? How come we didn't have an opportunity to vote for the person we wanted to run? Like, that right there was a slight. And the fact that Bernie Sanders just goes along to get along, that says a whole lot. about who he is as a man. Just saying. I'm just saying. So Bernie, and I actually used to look up to Bernie Sanders. I really did. I thought that he was for the people. You know what I mean? He had a couple of black leaders out there who was like, man, Bernie Sanders is for the people. And I was like, yeah, he for the people, whatever that meant. Yeah, he for the people. We need to vote for Bernie Sanders. He's trying to give people free college and free education and free healthcare and all this other stuff. I think that's great. You're talking about being a social, bro. I was for it all, giving people everything. Let's give people everything. But somebody reminded me of something. The Lord wasn't even a socialist. The Lord wasn't about giving to the poor and taking from the rich. The Lord wasn't about that. Y'all remember in the Bible when they was discussing the talents? Shout out to Nene who brought this up to me. Y'all remember in the Bible when they was discussing the talents and everybody received a certain amount of talents? Some receive 5, some receive 1, some receive 2. And God wanted to see what they did with those talents. If they were going to go and do business with them, if they was going to sell them, flip them, you know, those type of things. They was going to actually believe that they can grow it and multiply it. And then there was others who buried their talents because they was too afraid of losing them. What did God do? God came back and took the talents from the people who had less and gave it to the ones that had more, because they did what they were supposed to do with their talents. They did what they were supposed to do with their finances. They did what they were supposed to do with their knowledge. They had faith that they can grow the talents that God gave them. They have faith that they can go out there and do some great things with the talents that God gave them. God wasn't looking at the person who had 1 or 2 and said, we need to give them more, because they don't know what to do. And they're too afraid to move forward. And they buried their talents because they just confused. No, God said, give me that. You don't appreciate it. You don't have any faith, not only in me or yourself. Give them to me. I'm going to give them to somebody else. God wasn't for just saving people just because they just felt like being saved. Nah, not at all. Not at all. He was like, do you want to get up? Do you want to be saved? Do you want to be better? Do you want to walk? Because some people don't want to do better, because when they do better, now they have responsibility. Right? And that's what I want to see. I like when people lean in to their superpowers, which we all have. We all have superpowers. All right? But as soon as we make excuses and try to act like we can't do because somebody else has more power over us, when nobody has power over us. No one, not one man, not one whatsoever. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this invite. I'm gonna put the link down here. Feel free to pull up if you want. And if you don't, that's cool too. You know what I mean? The link is for anybody who has something to say against anything that I stand for, have reported, or anything like that. The link is right there. Go ahead and click it. Click it, cam up, let's wrap. Click it, cam up, let's wrap. I want to let y'all know something, man. And I was just now doing this last night. I was in the house and I was working out, right? And I was talking. And here's something. I grew up in Southeast DC. Me, Nuciano, Smoke, Leonard, and our big brother Donnie, right? Our big brother Donnie used to wake us up in the middle of the night and say, time to train. 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning, because Diane, she had to clean hospitals at night. She was never there. My big brother, he was the neighborhood bully. And we lived in 3rd Street. It was not the nicest neighborhood. 3rd and Livingston Road, it is what it is. So he woke us up early in the morning saying, time to train. Basically what that meant was we had to wake up, do push-ups, do crunches, do crunches. We had to box each other. We had to put our hands behind our backs and let our brothers punch in punches in the stomach to try to toughen us up. We had to take it. We had to take it, and then we had to give it the same way. Reason why I bring that up is a lot of people will look at you and think that you're just this nice person, that you haven't been through anything, and they will take you for granted and believe that they can just disrespect you at any turn. I just want you guys to know that I'm respectable because I want to be. I'm thoughtful and caring because I want to be. I'm considerate because I want to be. All right? And listen, if you disagree with me, that's cool. I don't mind. My job on this platform is not to convince anybody to agree with me. It's just to give my perspective. And if you don't like it over here, you ain't got to be over here. It's that simple. And if you like it over here, I would love for you to like the video, share the video, comment, engage with the community. But if you don't like the community and you don't like the host, why are you here? I have no sales pitch for you. I'm not meat riding anybody. All right? I love all of y'all, man, because God put us all here together for each other. I'm here for you. You're here for me. We all have talents, but we're a big old puzzle. We're puzzle pieces. Black, white, or other, it don't matter. We are all puzzle pieces, and we don't acknowledge that. We all think that we're so high and mighty that we don't need anybody, that people need to kowtow to us. People need to bend at our will when they don't. We're all puzzle pieces, man. So when I say things like, I'm not over here bitching and moaning because the white man did this to me or the black man did, yo, I don't care about that stuff. We got bigger fish to fry. We got more, like, we got bigger issues out here to consider. Right? But one thing I love, though, I love having conversations with people who got something to say. If you got something to say, I say it. Get it off your chest. Get it off your chest. And the way I am, this is the beautiful thing too. The way I am on social media, that's how I am in person. That's how I am in person wherever I go. Whether you're family, friends, co-workers, you're your enemy, you don't like me. Yo, I want to talk about it right away. I want to talk out. However it go, I want to discuss it and get over it so that we can move toward whatever goal we have. I don't want to be confrontational. I don't want us to fight all the time. I want us to come up with solutions that can help us all. Because for some strange reason, we allow people to tell us all these grandiose things about ourselves, and we start believing it like dumbasses. We start believing that we the greatest people in the world, that nobody can stand up or measure up to us, that we the best thing since sliced bread, most beautiful complexion in the world. We got melanin, man. That's like liquid. That's like gold. Like no people is better than our people. We need to take up for, come on, bro. Come on, man. At some point, man, we need to realize that we're nothing without one another. Absolutely nothing. If everyone disappears today and they leave you and your family on this earth, it's going to be difficult for you to survive. It's going to be, you can hop from house to house, drive whatever car you want, go from refrigerator to refrigerator. It's going to be a hell of a life to live in without other people to love on, to communicate with, to debate, to share ideas, to help, to nurture, to minister to. There's so many things to consider. This platform is not the platform of hate. It really isn't. So if I ever say anything to any of you and you are offended by something that I say, I do not apologize. You're grown. Get over yourself. All right? Okay. And if you got a lot to say, accept my invitations. And this is not only for Mr. Michael, it's for anybody. If you have anything to say that's against what I stand for or have said on this channel, pull up. Pull up. I would love for you to pull up. But if you don't, and you still say whatever you want to say, and you still want to be disrespectful, then you, sir, or you, ma'am, are a bitch. And I stand on that. Moving on. All right, so we got one more story. My 6 Pound Life star Latonya Pottain died at age 40. Y'all know who she is. Apparently, some young lady who was just extremely obese, 40 years old, heart gave out on her. That's sad. That's sad, man. Here's the story right here, guys. You can pull it up for you guys. And also, thank y'all so much for pulling up. I appreciate it. Y'all are absolutely phenomenal for hanging out with me. Again, I am Van, and this is the Morning Vantage, episode 27. We have been moving, man. We have been moving and grooving, and it's all because of you guys.
Most days, she tells PT she's too tired or her body hurts too much to get out of the bed. So she tries to avoid that. And we have had a dietitian work with her to understand proper diet. But she argued with them and disagreed with the food selection here at the hospital. So it hasn't been easy with her. But we have been able to get her to lose 48 pounds in just 2 weeks. So her weight is down from 642 to 594. So with that on top of some medication, we were able to get her heart out of the critical phase it was when she arrived. But her whole body is still very close to a breaking point. And if she doesn't continue to lose a lot more weight, then her situation can get critical again very fast.
For me.
Hey, Latonya.
Hey, Dr. Now, how you doing?
How you doing today?
I'm okay.
All right. Did the physical therapy come work with you?
Yes, sir.
Did the dietitian come talk to you?
Yes, sir. Can you talk to her about the food that they've been sitting in here?
Well, I don't know why you don't like the food that everybody else sees in the world. Show me what they brought you.
This, I didn't touch it.
Well, that's good. Good lunch.
I don't eat that. I don't eat beans at all. I don't even know what that is. And this look like dog food.
You don't like meat?
I don't eat stuff like this.
That's good nutrition. That's good protein.
Like I don't eat beans at all.
But how about the meat?
I don't eat that kind of meat. I haven't really ate nothing since I've been here.
You're not gonna fade away. You're gonna be fine.
I still have to eat something.
No. You're eating the food that belongs to the next 4 years ahead of time. So if you don't eat, you're gonna be all right. Okay? Now, the echocardiograms show all the 4 chambers of the heart are distended and overstrained. Okay? Your heart is overstrained because of your weight, and your lung capacity is restricted because of your weight. So this is a time for you to learn what the healthy eating habit should be. You can't go.
Okay, so this was her. This is her right here. RIP to this young lady. I think the community let her down. I think her family let her down. Who in the world is that working out with her? Is that her sister or something? Jesus. Who is this working out with her? Because whoever that is, they kind of huge too. Yeah, this is all the mentality, guys. If you are overweight or underweight or just not healthy, please do something to get on top of that. No man knows how long we will live on this earth. So try to get on top of that. All right. Walk a little bit, You know what I mean? Drink water, deny yourself of things that you know you can afford. Yeah, you're grown and you can eat whatever you want to eat. But if you want to live a little longer and be here for your family, I would say consider denying yourself of sugars, deny yourself of things that are bad for you. Like, it's just something that we got to do. But if you want to fully indulge, then it is what it is. But RIP to this young lady, 40 years old, 600 pounds, Latonya. Yeah. What did she lose? Latonya Pottain. What did she lose her battle to? How does she even get that big? Sometimes you can't even help it. Like, that's just your makeup. That's just your body makeup. Like me, I don't even think I have the ability to gain that much weight. I really don't. I can lay in the bed and eat all day long, and I don't think I have the ability to gain that much weight. It was a time where I would go every night. I would go every night eating a pint of ice cream because I wanted to gain some weight. I wanted to gain weight so that I can take it to the gym and cut it up. That's what I wanted. Didn't quite work out that way. All I got was boils on my skin from the dairy. Got bad stomach issues from the dairy. And yeah, it didn't work at all. But RIP to that young lady, man. Like, whatever the case may be, I don't like when anybody lose their battle to anything and have to, I don't know if she has children, sisters, brothers, people in her life who love her and care about her. Either way, she's gone. So I'm not going to poke fun of how she's living or any of that. I just say, before you get into a situation like that, try to do whatever you can to get in front of it. All right? Try to do whatever you can to get in front of it. All right. In other news, RFK Jr. pledged not to upend U.S. vaccine system, but big changes are underway. We have this right here, and it's kind of timely that we talk about this because he is all about health, making America healthy again. And here we are talking about health, making America healthy again so that we live longer. So it makes sense that we talk about this right here. Here's an article. This is from AP, from the AP. Please make sure y'all go and read it whenever y'all have a moment. But basically, despite pledging not to disrupt the U.S. vaccine system, RFK Jr., a known vaccine skeptic, is overseeing major changes as health secretary. His agencies are investigating childhood vaccines and revisiting debunked claims such as links between vaccines and autism, raising concerns about public health policy. The Food and Drug Administration, led by Commissioner Marty McCary, is preparing a massive framework to overhaul how vaccines are tested and approved. This plan, overseen by Dr. Vinay Prasad, a critic of the FDA's COVID-19 booster policies, could alter the vaccine approval process significantly. The FDA delayed full approval of Novavax COVID-19 vaccine, a protein-based option, and imposed unusual restrictions, limiting its use to high-risk individuals. This decision involved political appointees, including Dr. Tracy Beth Hogue, and required Novavax to conduct a new clinical trial post-approval. The FDA's shifting standards are affecting other companies, such as Moderna, which delayed its COVID and flu combination vaccine due to additional data requests. These changes suggest stricter requirements for all COVID-19 vaccines, potentially disrupting updates for the 2025-2026 season. All right. So our guy's just pretty much doing what he do, man. He's just doing what he do. He's doing what he was hired to do anyway. So shout out to RFK. doing his thing. All right. Let me see. Hold on one second. Get out of here, bro. I didn't even know that this was one of our stories. Get out of here. I did not know, man. That's on me. Okay. All right. Thank you, brother. All right. So let me see. Let me see. Also, I saw somebody say that me calling somebody a female dog is not godly. I'm not godly. I'm a human being. I'm not godly. I'm just a human being who believe in God, man. And I try to pattern my life in a way that's conducive to someone who believes in God. All right. I try to structure everything about me and how I move um, to go in the direction of God, right? But I'm not godly, man. I'm a flawed human being just like you. I'm just from a different I'm from a different upbringing. I'm from a different upbringing. That's it. Not trying to make up any excuses. I don't know if I'm going to heaven. Not sure. That's not even my goal. My goal is not to get to heaven. My goal is to be the best me that I can possibly be while I'm on earth to people that God also created. And I'm trying to use my gifts so that I can help other people. And that's pretty much it. But I'm a sinner just like all of you. Period. If you ever see me do something or say something that's not godly or not lined up to God's laws and whatnot, try not to judge me. And I say try not to judge me. Why? Because you're not in a position to judge anybody whatsoever. You can hold me accountable by let me know, yo, Van, that wasn't nice. And I would try to do better. But other than that, trust me, I'm nowhere near godly. I'm just a guy trying to figure it out, just like the rest of you all. And I make sure that I put God, family, and country first. That's it. But whatever comes third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh, that depends on the day, that depends on the situation. I'm still myself. I'm still the same 10-year-old, 20-year-old, 30-year-old. I'm just better. Okay? I'm 47 years old now, and I'm way smarter than I've ever been. I have a much better relationship with God than I've ever had. I like to think that I'm more dangerous than I've ever been. And I'm actually more kind. I'm more kind than I've ever been, more patient than I've ever been. And that's just me trying to be better, man. I want to be a better person every day. And I hope that you want to be a better person as well. But something that you all need to do is just try to continue to be a better person yourself. That's it. All right. That's it. That's all I say, man. That's all I have to say about that. Let me see. I didn't see anybody pull up, so I'm just going to assume that that the king ain't going to pull up, and that nobody else has any issues with me. So that being said, that won't be the last time main man pull up and say something slick inside the comments. But not everybody, you know what I mean, want to get on camera and talk on a microphone. So I get it. Him not pulling up does not mean that he's afraid to pull up. It does not mean that he's afraid to articulate his stance. It just means that he said what he wanted to say in the way that he wanted to say it. And I can only respect that. That being said, I also said what I wanted to say in the way that I wanted to say. But I would much rather have some discourse, a conversation with people who disagree with me, vehemently disagree with me. And I definitely want to have conversations with people who like to say disrespectful things and then slide like they never said it. All right. That's just who I am. Just who I am. So do we have anything else? Let me see here. Do we have anything else? Let me see here. Y'all ain't got to dispatch him. He's out. He's out. Nobody wants to be called out. That's just life. That's just life. Okay. So also the link that I put down there is also for people who have questions about content creation. I don't know if you're a content creator, business owner, artist, a coach, if you're a coach yourself, if you have a book, you have a coaching course, or you're just trying to get into this content creation thing. I don't care if you're 30, 40, 50, or 60 years old. What we know can help you move forward. So if you have any questions about anything, after this stream is done, I will hang out for 10 to 15 minutes. And if you are trying to get some questions answered, pull up, okay? All right, pull up. I would love to have you, all right? But until then, I'll see you guys on the next one. I am Van. This is the Morning Vantage, episode number 27. Thank you to all of my blues for doing what y'all do. And thank you to everyone who submitted a super chat as well. Y'all are absolutely appreciated. I will see y'all on the next one. Love you. We have been helping people grow online. It has been absolutely amazing. We have helped many content creators get from zero to monetization in under 30 days. We even have a couple of these superstars who did it in 1 or 2 weeks. If you want to learn how to do YouTube, I don't care your age, I don't care what skills or talents you have. Trust me, I can help you do it effortlessly. Just reach out to me with the word coach and we can get it done. One more thing. We have a YouTube course that I just now created. I'm extremely proud of, and a lot of people are getting so much from. Purchase that course and work with us. You can join our private Facebook group and our daily group calls, which is 3 to 5 days per week, and you can learn so much more than you've ever learned before. I can't wait to hear from you. Love you. Peace.